Naperville is a suburb of Chicago, located in DuPage and Will counties in the state of Illinois. Naperville was voted the second best place to live in the United States by Money magazine in 2006. It was rated first on the list of best cities for early retirement in 2013 by Kiplinger. In a 2010 study, Naperville was named the wealthiest city in the Midwest and 11th in the nation with a population over 75,000. It was ranked among the nation's safest cities by USAToday. As of the 2010 census, the city had a total population of 141,853, which was estimated to have increased to 144,864 by July 2013. It is the fifth largest city in Illinois, preceded by Chicago, Aurora, Rockford, and Joliet. Approximately 95,000 Napervillians live on the DuPage County side, while about 50,000 reside on the Will County side. History. In July 1831, Joseph Naper arrived at the west bank of the DuPage River with his family and friends to found what would be known as Naper's settlement. Among those original settlers were Naper's wife Armida Landon, his brother John with wife Betsy Goff, his sister Amy with husband John Murray, and his mother Sarah. Their arrival followed a nearly two-month voyage across three Great Lakes in the Naper brothers' schooner, the Telegraph. Also on that journey were several families who remained in the still raw settlement that would become Chicago, including that of Dexter Graves, who is memorialized in Graceland Cemetery by the well-known Lorado Taft statue Eternal Silence. By 1832, over 100 settlers had arrived at Naper's settlement. Following the news of the Indian Creek Massacre during the Black Hawk War, these settlers were temporarily displaced to Fort Dearborn for protection from an anticipated attack by the Sauk tribe. Fort Payne was built at Naper's settlement, the settlers returned and the attack never materialized. The Preemption House was constructed in 1834, as the settlement became a stagecoach stop on the road from Chicago to Galena. Reconstructions of Fort Payne and the Preemption House stand as part of Naper's Settlement Outdoor Museum Village, which was first established by the Naperville Heritage Society in the Naperville Park District in 1969 to preserve some of the community's oldest buildings. In 1855, Sybil Dunbar came to Naperville as its first recorded black female resident. She died in 1868 and was buried in Naperville Cemetery on Washington Street. A commemorative marker honoring her was placed in the cemetery in 2015. After DuPage County was split from Cook County in 1839, Naper's settlement became the DuPage County seat, a distinction it held until 1868. Naper's settlement was incorporated as the village of Naperville in 1857, at which time it had a population of 2,000. Reincorporation as a city occurred in 1890. A predominantly rural community for most of its existence, Naperville experienced a population explosion starting in the 1960s, but largely during the 1980s and 1990s, following the construction of the East-West Tollway and Interstate 355. In the past 2 decades, it has nearly quadrupled in size as the Chicago metropolitan area's urban sprawl brought corporations, jobs, and wealth to the area. On April 26, 1946, Naperville was the site of one of the worst train disasters in Chicago history. Two Chicago, Burlington and Quincy Railroad trains, the Advance Flyer and the Exposition Flyer, collided head-to-tail on a single track just west of the Loomis Street grade crossing. The accident killed 45 and injured approximately 127 passengers and/or crew members. This event is commemorated in a metal inlay map of Naperville on the southeast corner of the Nichols Library's sidewalk area. In 2012, author Chuck Spinner published The Tragedy at the Loomis Street Crossing, which details the events of the tragedy and gives the stories of the 45 persons who perished. On April 26, 2014, a memorial entitled Tragedy to Triumph was dedicated at the train station. The sculpture by Paul Kuhn is dedicated not only to the crash victims but also to the rescuers at the crash site. The March 2006 issue of Chicago magazine cites a mid-1970s decision to make and keep all parking in downtown Naperville free, in order to keep downtown Naperville alive in the face of competition with Fox Valley Mall in Aurora and the subsequent sprawl of strip shopping malls. Existing parking meters were taken down, parking in garages built in the 1980s and 1990s is free, and parking is still available on major thoroughfares during non-peak hours. Naperville marked the 175th anniversary of its 1831 founding in 2006. The anniversary events included a series of celebrations, concerts and a balloon parade. Geography and climate: Naperville is located at 41°44 euro squared 53 euro cubed N 88°9 euro squared 56 euro cubed W at an elevation of 702 feet. According to the 2010 census, the city has a total area of 39.32 square miles, of which 38.77 square miles is land and 0.55 square miles is water. Portions of the city of Naperville drain to the west branch of the DuPage River within DuPage County. Specifically, in the flood of 1996, downtown businesses in the city of Naperville incurred a significant amount of damage. Overall, however, Forest Preserve District ownership of a large amount of property along the West Branch has minimized development in floodplains and has helped reduce the amount of damages resulting from overbank flooding that have occurred in more developed watersheds in the county. Naperville borders the communities of Warrenville, Wheaton, Lyle, Woodridge, Bolingbrook, Plainfield, and Aurora. Demographics: there were 141,644 people, 52,270 households, and 36,289 families residing in the city. As of July 2013, Naperville was the 176th most populous city in the United States. According to the 2005 American Community Survey, the population density was 4,162.8 inhabitants per square mile. There were 51,636 housing units at an average density of 561.3 km squared. The racial makeup of the city was 82.00% white, 2.54% African American, 0.07% Native American, 12.65% Asian, 0.00% Pacific Islander, 1.26% from other races, and 1.48% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 4.23% of the population. There were 48,655 households, out of which 45.3% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 70.0% were married couples living together, 6.2% had a female householder with no husband present, and 23.7% were non-families. 17.8% of all households were made up of individuals and 3.9% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.04 and the average family size was 3.55. In the city, the population was spread out with 30.2% under the age of 18, 7.6% from 18 to 24, 29.4% from 25 to 44, 26.7% from 45 to 64 and 6.1% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 35.9 years. For every 100 females there were 95.9 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 95.2 males. The median income for a household in the city was $105,585, and the median income for a family was $130,164. Males had a median income of $82,515 versus $46,533 for females. The per capita income for the city was $48,239. About 2.5% of the population was below the poverty line, including 1.2% of those under age 18 and 9.1% of those age 65 or over. In 2011, 14.9% of Naperville's residents were Asian, making it the Chicago suburb with the 10th highest percentage of Asians. Economy: Naperville is located within the Illinois Technology and Research Corridor. Employers contributing to the population explosion of the 1980s and 1990s included Bell Labs and Western Electric, Amoco, Nalco, Kalamos, Nika, and Edward Hospital. Telabs has its corporate headquarters in Naperville, and ConAgra's grocery division branch office employs approximately 400 workers. Office Max moved its corporate headquarters there in 2006. Kraft Foods opened their Naperville site in 1968, and employs over 200 individuals at the plant, which supplies all Triscuit products for North America. Naperville is also home to the headquarters of DuPage Precast, and their double-wall precast concrete manufacturing plant. Fermilab National Laboratory are also located nearby. Naperville was one of the 10 fastest-growing communities in the United States during the 1990s. The Naperville area is home to many popular retailers, restaurants and shopping centers, such as Downtown Naperville, Freedom Commons, Springbrook Prairie Pavilion, and the Route 59 and Ogden Avenue corridors. Naperville has over 11 automobile dealerships, and in October 2006, the city opened the country's first public-private automobile test track, situated on a 9-acre course, at a cost of $1.5 million. Top employers according to the city's 2010 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the top 10 employers in the city are: Culture. The Naperville Public Library has been ranked number 1 in the United States each year from 1999 through 2010, for cities with populations between 100,000 and 249,999 by Hennen's American Public Library Ratings. There are 3 public library locations within the city limits. The Nichols Library is located in downtown Naperville, at 200 West Jefferson Street. It opened at this location in March 1986. It is a 63,300 square feet structure and is pictured at right. The previous library building still stands on Washington Street, just south of the YMCA building, at Washington and Van Buren. The Naperville Boulevard Library was dedicated in December 1992 and underwent internal renovations in 2015. It is located at 2035 South Naperville Boulevard and is the smallest of the 3 buildings at 32,000 square feet. The 95th Street Library is located near the intersection of 95th Street and Route 59, at 3015 Cedar Glade Drive. Having opened in September 2003, it is the newest and largest of the 3 facilities at 73,000 square feet and features a modern, curving architectural style. In May 2005, a local technology company was contracted to install fingerprint scanners as a more convenient access method to the library's Internet computers, provoking some controversy. After further testing, the technology was not implemented. The 3 libraries are used heavily by the public, including around 1.5 million visitors and a circulation of about 5 million items yearly. Naperville is home of the Naperville Independent Film Festival, an annual film festival which features the work of independent filmmakers. Notable people tourism The Naperville Historic District is a set of 613 buildings, located in the older eastern section of Naperville and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Mozart Tower and Millennium Carillon. In 1999, Naperville was designated a White House Millennium Community, due to the construction of the Mozart Tower and Millennium Carillon. The tower is a bell tower just north of Aurora Avenue and at the base of Rotary Hill within the Riverwalk Park complex. The carillon is specially designated as a Grand Carillon, with 72 bells, and is one of only 4 worldwide that spans 6 octaves. It was dedicated in an Independence Day event on June 29, 2000, with a reception attended by over 15,000, and a performance by the Naperville Municipal Band and the Naperville Men's Glee Club and Festival Chorus. The carillon is both manually and also computer playable, with most performances being done by hand, but with half the bells played by a computer-controlled system at set times during the day. At present, the carillon is operational and tours are available after concerts. Disputes over funding the completion of the tower were debated before the Naperville City Council during the fall of 2005. The design of the tower won an award for Best Custom Solution from the Precast Pre-Stressed Concrete Institute. Law and Government. Townships. Naperville is located in 6 townships in 2 counties. In DuPage County, the northwest portion is in Winfield Township, the northeast portion is in Milton Township, the west-central portion is in Naperville Township, and the east-central portion is in Lisle Township. In Will County, the southwest portion is in Wheatland Township, and the southeast portion is in DuPage Township. The largest number of Naperville residents live in Lisle Township, followed by Naperville Township. Education. Colleges and universities. North Central College is located on a 59-acre campus in downtown Naperville on Chicago Avenue. It was founded by a predecessor church to the United Methodist Church in 1861 and has been located in Naperville since 1870. The college remains affiliated with the United Methodist Church. Northern Illinois University maintains a satellite campus on Deer Road offering several degrees at its 113,000-square-foot facility. DePaul University maintains a satellite campus on Warrenville Road. It has been in Naperville since 1997. The College of DuPage Naperville Regional Center is located on Rickett Drive. DeVry University maintains a satellite campus on Westings Avenue in Naperville. Governors State University recently opened a satellite campus on West 95th Street in Naperville. Northwestern College has a Naperville campus on North Mill Street. The University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign opened a business and industry services campus in Naperville in 2007. Primary and secondary schools. Public schools. 2 K-12 public school districts serve the city of Naperville. Within the state of Illinois, school districts are numbered by their county. Naperville Community Unit School District 203, established in 1972 through the merger of elementary and high school districts, serves central and northern Naperville. The current District 203 school buildings were constructed between 1928 and 2010. The district has 2 high schools, Naperville Central High School and Naperville North High School, 4 junior high schools and 13 elementary schools within Naperville city limits. Additionally, the school district has 1 junior high and 1 elementary school located in Lisle. Indian Prairie School District 204 was also formed through merged districts in 1972. Neuqua Valley High School, along with 3 middle schools and 14 elementary schools from this district, are within Naperville city limits in the southern part. In total, IPSD runs and maintains 3 high schools, 7 junior high schools, 21 elementary schools, 1 preschool, and 1 alternative high school. The district serves western and southwestern Naperville, along with eastern Aurora and parts of Bolingbrook and Plainfield. Private schools located in the city limits include, D. All Saints Catholic Academy, founded in 2005, preschool through 8th grade, Bethany Lutheran School, preschool through 8th grade, Calvary Christian School, kindergarten through 8th grade, Chesterbrook Academy, kindergarten through 5th grade, Covenant Classical School, kindergarten through 8th grade, Naperville Academy, established by law in 1841, incorporated in 1851, and opened in 1852. It became a public school in 1860 and the school building stood until 1928. Naperville Christian Academy, Classical Christian School, preschool through 12th grade, St. Raphael School, Roman Catholic School, kindergarten through 8th grade, St. Peter and Paul School, opened in 1855, Catholic School, kindergarten through 8th grade. Media. Television Naperville Community Television, NCTV 17 a Euro community-based programming that includes news, sports, and talk shows. Newspapers Daily Herald, Naperville Reporter, Naperville Sun. Radio 1610 AM WPFP 929, AM 1610 a Euro Emergency, City and Road Information, Stop and Go Radio a Euro Internet Community Radio Station, WONC a Euro album-oriented rock format, owned by North Central College, WCKG a Euro The Voice of DuPage County in Naperville's News Talk. Providing local DuPage County weather and suburban news. Infrastructure. Health systems Edward Hospital serves Naperville while Good Samaritan and Downers Grove, Central DuPage and Winfield and two other hospitals in nearby Aurora also serve the city. For many years, Edward Hospital and others have tried to introduce a new hospital into Naperville only to have their request turned down. Thus, Naperville remains the only large Illinois city with only one hospital. Edward Hospital currently is trying to open a hospital in nearby Plainfield to help Naperville citizens with travel times to Edward Hospital. Parks. The Naperville Park District manages and provides leisure and recreational activities for Naperville and nearby residents. The district was established by referendum in 1966. As of 2007, the Park District manages over 2,400 acres of open space, including over 130 parks and 4 sports complexes. The Park District also manages 2 golf courses, Springbrook and Naperbrook. In addition, the Park District is responsible for the Naperville Riverwalk, construction of which began in 1981, marking the 150th anniversary of the first Joseph Naper's settlement. Some of the other facilities managed by the Park District include Centennial Beach, with adjacent Centennial Park. 2 parks dedicated to skateboarding and inline skating, at Frontier Sports Complex and Centennial Park. Commissioners Park, which includes Naperville's first official cricket pitch, opened in 2006. Alfred Rubin Riverwalk Community Center, community garden plots, located on West Street. Knock Knolls Park, which includes a small mountain biking trail and 9-hole frisbee golf course, located south between Ring Road and 95th Street. Naperville Sportsman's Club a public trap shooting range. Transportation Roads. As a typical American suburb, Naperville uses automobiles as its main mode of transportation. The Ronald Reagan Memorial Tollway runs near the north edge of Naperville with 3 exits serving the city at IL 59, Winfield Road, and Naperville Road. Interstate 55 runs about 5 miles south of the city, through Bolingbrook and Ramarville. People wishing to reach Naperville from I-55 exit at Weber Road and head north. U.S. Route 34 Ogden Avenue enters Naperville in the west at Illinois Route 59 coming from Oswego and Aurora at an east-northeast-west-southwest angle. At Rickett Drive, U.S. 34 Ogden Avenue curves to the north and goes under the BNSF Railroad Bridge before turning east at North Aurora Road. Raymond Dr. U.S. 34 Ogden Avenue exits the east side of the city at Naper Boulevard and continues into Lull and Downers Grove. Illinois Route 59 travels north and south coming into town from Plainfield on the south and Warrenville on the north. Route 59 is also the west border with Aurora from US 34 Ogden Avenue to the BNSF Railroad Bridge. Main east-west streets include 111th Street, 95th Street, 87th Street, Aurora Avenue, North Aurora Road, Dill Road, Rickett Drive, Royce Road, Bailey Road, Hobson Road, and Chicago Avenue. Main north-south streets include Raymond Drive, Book Road, River Road, West Street, Naperville Plainfield RD, Madoff Road, Washington Street, Naper Boulevard, Naperville Road, and Wheelie Road. From 75th Street south, Naperville numbered east-west streets roughly follow the same grid layout as the city of Chicago. In other words, if 75th Street continued east past its terminus at Illinois Route 83, in Willowbrook, it would eventually be the same 75th Street as found in Chicago city limits. However, the older part of Naperville has a second numerical grid, starting downtown at Main and Benton, with 4th and 5th Avenues just north of the BNSF tracks, and continuing through 15th Avenue. The difference is that the numbers in the older system go up from downtown, traveling south to north, and the other grid's numbers go up as you travel north to south. There is also a geographical-based naming system, with West Street and North Street defining the older boundaries of the city. Along with these are streets named after the city they lead to, that is, Naper Plainfield Road heads towards Plainfield, while Aurora Avenue leads to Aurora and Chicago Avenue to Chicago. Train service. The first rail link to Chicago dates to 1864. Naperville currently has 3 tracks belonging to the BNSF Railway that run through the north end of town, with passenger rail service provided by Metra and Amtrak. Amtrak's 4 daily trains through Naperville are the Illinois Zephyr and Carl Sandburg, the California Zephyr. A third metro station is planned on the suburban transit access route at Wolf's Crossing. Bus service: PACE provides rush-hour feeder bus service to the metro stations, and previously, through 2008, had provided for local midday service. Both services have always been operated under contract. First Student, a national transportation management firm, is the current contract operator. In addition, PACE directly operates Bus Route 530 from Naperville to Aurora and Bus Route 714 from Naperville to Wheaton, both through its Fox Valley division. PACE also directly operates Route 888, a rush-hour express route named the Tri-State Flyer, from Homewood and South Holland to corporate employment sites in the western suburbs, including those in the northern part of Naperville. This route is operated by PACE through its South Division. Intercity bus service in Naperville consists of a route from Chicago and Naperville to Davenport, Iowa, and points further west, operated by both Burlington Trailways and Greyhound lines. The Burlington Trailways buses stop at the Naperville Metro and Amtrak station, downtown on 4th Avenue. The Greyhound Line's buses stop at the Route 59 Metro station. Airport: Chicago O'Hare Airport and Chicago Midway Airport are approximately 28 and 25 miles away from Naperville, respectively. There is also one private airport, the Naperville Aero Club Field, designation LL10, on the western edge of town. The field is notable for being the home of the Lima flight team. Sister cities: Nitra, Slovakia since November 17, 1993. Pazuaro, Mexico since November 13, 2010. References. Further reading: Ebner, Michael H. Harold Mosers, Naperville. Illinois History Teacher 7, 39 €47. Retrieved October 7, 2010. Gingold, Catherine K. Gingold, Donald M. Ruth by Lake and Prairie, True Stories of Early Naperville, Illinois. Naperville, Illinois, New Ventures Company publication. ISBN 0-79292419-0-1. External links. City-related sites City of Naperville, Illinois official website, Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce, Naperville Park District, Naperville Public Library, visit Naperville Naperville Convention and Visitors Bureau. Public schools Indian Prairie School District 204 Naperville Community Unit School District 203